Creating a brand identity is not on its own going to help your business to be successful. You have to use it. If you buy a car and then leave it on the drive, it's not going to help you get your shopping home, kind of like your Gran from the hairdressers, or be a taxi service for the kids. You need to use it. The same is true of your brand identity. I'm Amy Purdy from Whiteacres, and I help you to create a consistent, compelling and client-attractive business image that will help the right people to want to find out more about you, fall in love with you and ultimately want to work with you. So when you get your brand identity, you should do a few things to make sure that you're using it the best way that you can. And the first thing you should do is track change. So numbers are the easiest thing to track. So you can start off by looking at all of your numbers and writing them down somewhere so you can compare them in a few months' time. You can think about things like how much you make every month, how many followers you have on whichever social platforms you use, and how much engagement you're getting in those places, what list size is, what's your retention rate. There are loads of different numbers that you can track. So write them down everywhere that you can think of, any of them that you can think of, and this will help you to see a snapshot of the improvement in your business in a few months' time when you review it. But don't expect these things to change if you don't use your brand identity, so wait and listen to all the other tips first. So the first thing to do is to use it. So once you've written down all of that information about where you are now, you can apply your brand to everything. So you need to change all the banners on your social media, you need to create new graphics for your website, you need to get new materials printed out. And this is not the time to keep using those business cards that you had 10,000 of printed 2 years ago and haven't used them up because you don't want to waste them. You need to recycle those and get some snazzy new ones, so you can get your brand identity in front of people, showing that you look better and helping people to see that. So don't forget to change your email signature as well. And that brand style guide or brand style sheet or whatever you've decided it's called that you were provided with when you got your new brand identity, you need to keep that really handy. So pop it on a shelf near your desk or on your desk until you don't need to refer to it anymore. Splash that shade of purple on everything. Change all of your fonts to Lucida. Use those professional photographs. And make sure that your team understands how to apply your brand identity too if you have one. And then you need to share it. So having a new brand identity is a great reason to talk to people. This is a moment when you can tell people about what you do, ask for feedback and shout from the rooftops about what's taking place in your business, or start getting really excited about your new business if this is all new to you, in which case congratulations. Many of my clients report that they're receiving their brand identity fills them with excitement. They have a sense of, it's all real now, and improved confidence and enthusiasm. So don't let this go by without using the opportunity. So here are some places that you might want to remember to use your brand identity. So if you have employees, you need to tell them about this. You need to get them involved, make sure everyone knows why there's been a change and is aware of it, and make sure that the people who need the brand style guide have the brand style guide, because otherwise your business image is not going to stay consistent, and that kind of is the point of bothering in the first place. So make a big deal out of it and help them to really take ownership out of it. And then you need to email or mail out to your customers. You might want to do this before you launch it, on the launch date, and again afterwards. Make them feel involved. You also need to email your list, and more than once, because they might not see every single email. They might miss one of your notifications, and then they won't know what's happened and they won't recognise you. You also need to use social media, so Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever it is that you're using. Tell everyone, and again, more than just once in case someone misses the notification. And if your website was not part of the branding process, then you need to update your website with your new logo, your new colours, create new graphics for it, change all the fonts right across it, all of those things. And don't forget about any downloads and opt-ins that you have as well, like hiding in there, but you've really got to remember to change those too. And then write a blog post to everyone telling them about what you're doing. And then when you're out networking, you can tell people about the den as well, and you can take those new business cards that you've had designed. And if you're changing your name as well, you'll need to tell people several times so that they remember that changing your name is quite a big deal. So you might want to start off by using your old name alongside your new name so that people can connect the two, and then over time drop the old name, or you might decide to just go straight away, switch over completely. But whatever you're going to do, you'll need to think about this and then take some necessary steps. So you might need to buy a new domain name and a new email address and sort out all your social media profiles. You might want to create new ones rather than keep your old ones. So this will require some thought. And the best thing to do is to create a plan for how you are going to use this moment. Having a brand identity created may be newsworthy, so it might also be worth looking at PR opportunities. You might want to plan how you're going to announce it over social media. You might want to use this opportunity to run a competition or build your list. You might design a lead magnet, or you might be using this as a chance to tap into a new audience. You might want to think about how you are going to target them, and perhaps you're going to use this opportunity to start something new, like a vlog or a podcast, or you could run a challenge. There's loads of different things that you could do, so have a really good think about that. And then the last thing to do is to go further. So whilst you've been working on your brand identity, thinking about the look and the feel of your brand, you should have also discussed important things such as your values, your vision, your brand personality, and you don't want to just discount this information as being something that is only for your brand identity, for the visual aspects of your brand. You also need to take some time consider how you can use each touch point in your business and think about how you can project your brand into it. For example, you might be a toy shop and your values might be fun, quirky and magical. So how can you make the experience of walking into your shop quirky, fun and magical? You don't have to hit on all three values at each point, but perhaps you could think about things like the decor of your shop. How can it be more creative and provide more fun? You might want to have a mural on the wall or some sort of thing that people can go and play with on the wall. You might give out free wands at the door to get the magical aspect out, and you could stick your URL on the handle. You might want to make it more of an experience to come into your shop by creating like a walkthrough place with different areas and get people to walk from one end to the other, maybe telling the stories people go from one part of the shop to the other, which would get them all around the shop as well, so that could be really good for you. And you might want to hire someone maybe to do magic tricks or tell stories, or you might want to give sweets away with each sale. So it's not just about how your business looks. You want to be thinking about what people associate with your business and seeing what you can tweak to help them to get more of a handle on it, so that people will fall in love with it and then ultimately buy from you. So there's a post that I wrote a while ago about different touch points and how to make sure that you've got them all nailed. So I will put a link to that around this video somewhere. So congratulations on having a new brand identity. You need to go out and share it with the world. Use it to convey everything that you are. Track what it is that you're doing now before you were doing how you were doing then before now. See what difference is made and think about the different ways to get your message across. So please comment below because that would be really good, and let me know what you are going to do first because that would be really useful, and I'd love to comment and help you out a bit if you need that too.